President of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, presented the first sample of refined petrol from the Dangote Refinery yesterday. This follows the statement by the Vice President of Dangote Industries Limited, Devakuma Edwin, on Monday, stating that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, will become the sole buyer of products from Dangote Refinery as it begins production. The refinery will meet the petrol demands of Nigerians and sub-Saharan Africa.
This is as NNPCL increased the pump price of petrol from 568 naira to 855 naira per litre amid lingering fuel queues and limited supply. In the past few weeks, fuel queues have been a common sight in major cities across Nigeria, leaving citizens struggling to obtain fuel.
As we have this refinery working, it will show the true consumption of Nigeria. We can track every single loaded trucks, and we will try as much as possible to track the loaded ships. You can see that this is the sample. This is the sample of the petrol. It might be a little bit you see it like a different color, but that's the real this thing. So you are now going to have good petrol where the engines of your vehicles will last longer. You will not be having an engine issue, which a lot of us were having. It won't happen at all. The quality here will match that of quality of anywhere in the world. US, America, we will make sure that nobody will beat us in terms of quality.
Well, petrol looking like a bottle of water there. Joining us is the spokesperson of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ukadike Chinedu. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm going to first of all start with the conversations concerning the quality of petrol. Nigerians are used to petrol being slightly, pinkish or orange or red, it's different colors. And so is there something to celebrate, seeing that one that looks just like, you could drink it?
I will allow that for NNDPR. The NNDPR is the authority of the industry and who has all the prerequisite authority and powers from federal government and the law to be able to determine the quantity and quality of petroleum product being imported in this country or being exported out of this country. And I believe that NNDPR is on top of this matter by now, and we have well-experienced personalities that are working with NNDPR, and I think their wealth of experience will definitely, count this time around for Nigerians. I also remember that there was a time the NNDPR was also alleging that the quality of Dangote automated gasoline oil, that is AGO, was not had a lot of sulfur. So I think the authority will be on top of this matter now. And now, before this product will roll out into the market, they will be able to ascertain the quality of this product and the efficiency and efficacy of the product in the engine of the Nigerian motorists. So I think that's my take for now. But Nigeria is always, as an independent marketer, Nigeria is always conversant with a kind of either pinkish or reddish color of premium motor spirits.
Yeah.
And I've also traveled out of this country, and I've seen some of petrol and the foreign countries like United States of America, France, and the rest of them. It is only in the United States of America that you have two categories of PMS, the premium and the super. So it depends on the one you want to buy. The prices are different, depends on what you want to buy. And I also believe that Dangote would have categorized our petroleum products by giving us super and premium, so that if anybody who intends to buy this kind of one, the super, they will buy. If you want to buy premium,
I'm sure Nigerians will be.
So the PMS looking like water does not because its efficacy. The most important thing is the combustion of the products.
And let's see if the NMDPRA, like you've mentioned, would come out, because it was a bit of a no, it wasn't a bit. It was a big issue at the time, with them being criticized, the CEO being asked to step down because of the statements made against or about the quality of the Dangote Refinery's product. Let's move on now to the current reality of fuel scarcity. And we're seeing the numbers. The traffic is much. Nigerians have to queue. And now with the NNPC increasing its official price from over 617 to about 895 or 97, I believe. We've seen an increase, and this is reflected in the prices across board. Will the coming of Dangote Refinery in any way impact, one, the availability of product, and then two, the price?
Well, the capacity of Dangote Refinery, 650,000 barrels per day, is not questionable. And the company has already boasted that they can be able to supply solely products that Nigerians can use, and that of West African countries, and also export their finished products. And with such statements from a reputable company like that, I think I'm not worried about their capacity. I'm worried about distribution. And that is, as an independent marketer, that is where I will do more. But for your question, they have said they have capacity to give us adequate supply of petroleum product. And now the issue of pricing, it's another concept that is also supposed to be looked in by federal government. For NNPCL to be the sole off-taker of Dangote products, finished products, is so worrisome for marketers too. That a company like that should not limit itself to one source of supply. And if that be, it also has indirectly, which is what we have been complaining before, making NNPC the sole importer and distributor of petroleum products. And it's a high level of monopoly. It does not beget the issue of deregulation as opined by the president and the removal of subsidy, because we are in a capitalist society. Everybody should be allowed to go to Dangote and source petroleum products and be able to compete, so that we can be able to see how we can reduce price. Because when stakeholders when stakeholders in the field compete with NNPC is also in the competition arena. They have their filling stations, they have their tank farms, they have their vessels. And if all these things will be given to one man, he will export crude, he will offtake PMS, he will also distribute to his filling station. The issue of price disparity, like your fears, will continue, because people will surge in NNPC filling stations because they are getting directly from Dangote, and their price might be cheaper. The distribution of petroleum products from one point to another, distributor to another, increases pricing. It encourages profiteering. So if an NNPC does not supply to us, that means we cannot no longer participate or service our filling station. So it's so worrisome to independent market.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're not the only one who has these concerns. The PIA, of course, I believe should have made these things a lot easier to manage, but it doesn't seem like we're aligning with that. But tell us about right now we're expecting the price of petrol to be 800 and something naira, maybe 900. Do you expect it to still climb higher to 1,000 and beyond if the federal government, of course, truly hands off subsidy as it has claimed to have stopped? So do you expect that it will continue to climb higher?
And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Once there is a source, one particular source of distribution, one particular source of taking, the issue of competition has been erased. So it depends on whatever NNPC determines the price of petroleum products. Dangote said NNPC and federal government will determine its price. So it is no longer in our hands to be able to determine the price. So they can be able to run from one price regime to another, depending on how it suits them. So we independent marketers, we are the receiving side. Our hands are clocked. There is no way we can be able to anticipate whether the price is going to go up or not. But if the market is polarized, it's open for everybody. Both the DAPMA members and the MAMA members and independent marketers to source this petroleum product from Dangote. Once the Dangote says this price, it is inherent on us to be able to look at our own logistics and our own profit margin in our filling station and be able to set our price. The essence of the regulation is marketers to be able to set their own price and sell in line with their bargain and purchasing power. So being expectant whether it's going to go up, it depends on adequacy. For now, HU is available. But the price goes from, look at the price regime of HU. When Dangote started, HU was 1,600. Dangote brought it on to 1,200. Everybody ran to Dangote. After some time, those who imported their own petroleum products ran down to 1,200. Dangote went to 1,000. From 1,000 naira, Dangote went to 950. Those who were importing could no longer import. After some time, those people are now tired of the rigmarole in terms of pricing. Dangote now left, increase again to 1,100. But the issue of availability, yes, it's available. HU is everywhere in Nigeria. There's nowhere you go, they say you're looking for HU or no. Even in the north. HU is everywhere. So the monopoly that has been played out here by Dangote in the little HU he has imputed into the country and managed so far, nobody can be able to control the price. It determines the price. If he wakes up this morning and say, I want to sell 1,000 naira, everybody will buy 1,000 naira. You don't have choice.
Yeah,
this monopoly,
the financial to this is to ensure that
this monopoly that you speak about
and other refineries are working.
This monopoly that you speak about and you have concerns about, does it stop just at the foot of Dangote, or do you also have these fears with the NNPC, seen as they'll be the sole buyer from Dangote? And if we then start to look at the regulation of the downstream sector, do you think that this will bring about the much desired competition that you want, or the change that you hope to see?
Yeah, the issue is that we'll have a mono market. We'll have a mono supplier, we'll have a mono distributor. And it's not healthy in line with the PIA. I don't know how they are implementing the law, because the law encourages competition. So if the law encourages competition, now you are placing the horse before the cart. There is no way the independent market can be able to compete in this kind of environment. It's not hygienic at all in terms of business-like. So all of us are capitalists. The NNPC, they're also trying to make profit. We independent marketers, we are also trying to also make profit. So there is no way we can be able to compete in this kind of arena. Whatever the independent NNPCL gives to us, or NNPC gives to us, or trading gives to us, that is what we can be able to sell. I will put our little margin. The issue of petroleum equalization has been removed from independent marketers. So we bear our own cost. Now, the most striking aspect of this issue is that during the importation, NNPCL was given all the necessary leverages to be able to solely import petroleum products in this country. Most of the independent marketers that have tried to do that could not be able to succeed because of government policies, because of forests, because of the parallel market and all the rest of them. For them to go to the Paramega to source forest, it becomes very, very difficult for them. If you're repatriating their fund, becomes another very big problem. Most of them incurred losses importing petroleum products. That is why they could not be able to import again. And it's now left in the hands of NNPCL. This is another scenario again, in a clandestine way that is going to happen, allowing Dangote to supply petroleum products solely to NNPCL. So I believe there is something that federal government is trying to cushion here. For me, ordinarily, I didn't know why that decision should be taken. Dangote should have been so free to be able to go into the market and sell to whoever that want to buy his products. Yeah. But I also believe that government is trying to also tone the hardship of people, because Dangote petroleum product, diesel is 1,150 naira in Dangote Refinery. And diesel and PMS their margin does not go more than 50 to 30 naira differences in a normal operating environment. So if you use that, so you also find out that this PMS should be going around 1,000 naira or 1,050 naira. So maybe federal government is also trying to indirectly bring in subsidies so that not allow Nigerian masses suffer the cost of Dangote production of petroleum products.
Yeah. Or we'll talk also about the Port Harcourt Refinery. They, of course, continued to shift the date for it, of course, for it to start production. It used to be August. It's no longer August, obviously. So maybe September, maybe October, maybe November. Nobody knows. Will that make any difference?
Well, let me use this word, epileptic resumption date of Port Harcourt Refinery. We're all tired. Nigerians are tired. Our president, in one of his broadcasts, has asked President Mohamed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in those refineries. And I'll either visit the refineries to find out what is holding the refinery. This is the 6th time that so many government officials and the management of the refinery has given us dates for resumption. I wonder the politics behind that date. I wonder the hiccups behind this sudden change in dates. Now that Dangote has set out, I also believe that the dates in which the federal government keep on announcing from one place to another is also to, tune the minds of Nigerians and allow that to start up. Then maybe the Port Harcourt Refinery will follow suit, so that even if when they give us their price, we will not say, this government refinery, why would they be selling? And they are locally refining here, why would they be selling that kind of price? But if Nigerians are we're very much acquainted with, if Nigerians are very, very much acquainted with the price of this product, and then the Port Harcourt Refinery will now come up on steam, then and also to set their price. I believe that Nigerians will not take to the streets, to agitate. But the most important thing is that we want Port Harcourt Refinery working. We want Warri Refinery working. We want Kaduna. What is beauty in business is that we have different sources of getting petroleum products. If Dangote is refining, Port Harcourt Refinery is refining, Warri, Kaduna, marketers within that area can be able to access petroleum products, and it will less logistics.
Yeah.
Dangote is refining in Lagos. Everybody in Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, on the upland area, will travel close to 500 and something kilometers to be able to get petroleum products from the coastal areas of Nigeria, which is around Port Harcourt, Warri, and Calabar. So the issue of logistics and markup of that logistics is inherent.
All right.
And it will also continue to be able to shift the price from a friendly pocket price.
Yeah.
We are looking at
All right, Mr.
something that can be
Ukadike.
able to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians.
Yeah.
We're not looking at something that will continue to increase the sufferings of Nigeria because, one, the roads are bad for some of our trucks to travel 530 kilometers from Brunu to Lagos
All right.
and back. It takes 2 weeks.
Mr. Ukadike, I think, on the final note in 30 seconds or less, are we expecting to see the fuel scarcity reducing any moment, maybe in the next couple of days? Are we expecting to see a reduction and maybe an availability of product?
Affirmative, yes, because when Dangote roll out his AGO, there was availability. Now the PMS is here, there is availability. The most important, the most aspect of it is the pricing. But Nigerians want availability, constant availability. We cannot continue to live in a place where we produce crude oil and we export the crude oil to be able to get the refined product, and people will be telling us lightning and ship to ship transfer that is the problem, and importers are giving that problem. Dangote has clearly stated this year. Now we are paying with naira. Now we are buying with naira. Now we are selling with naira. So the issue of forex is gone. I think that's one of the that's when I beat my chest and I agreed that this is a very good development for Nigerians and it's going to strengthen our economy and provide employment for our young youths.
All right, Mr. Ukadike, thank you very much for joining us. I mean, it's really just fingers crossed that we'll see if things improve in the next few days or maybe weeks. I know that there will be continued conversations as to the, seeming monopoly of the Dangote refineries with regards to Nigeria's crude oil refining. But we'll see. Thanks for your time again. We'll speak with you pretty soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.